My name is Peter Meyer. I'm originally from Germany. I'm a Western medicine doctor in Germany, so I'm fully educated in Western medicine. But because of my interest to martial arts, and because of martial arts, I got in touch with Chinese medicine, especially in the beginning with acupuncture, and then also with Chinese herbal medicine. So this made me studying Chinese language. So I started first in order to learn Chinese medicine properly. As a teenager, had the idea maybe to also learn some Chinese language. So I started to learn Chinese. I came to Taiwan to improve my Chinese, and then later I went to China actually to study Chinese medicine too. So at that time I learned or got in touch with the teaching maybe of this modern kind of Chinese medicine in China. And later I came back to Taiwan again and did a full course on Chinese medicine. So I finished my bachelor's degree on Chinese medicine here in Taiwan, and also did a master's degree in Chinese medicine. And now I work at the China Medical University in Taiwan. I'm involved in teaching, and in research. So I work here as a professor, and at the same time I also work in our university hospital and see patients there. So the Taiwanese way actually of Chinese medicine is on one end it's maybe very traditional. It can be very traditional because actually Taiwan, there are many different traditional schools in Taiwan which still survived, because in Taiwan there was no cultural revolution, and Taiwan is a very small country, so it's pretty easy to get in touch with these kind of traditional small schools. So it's with different ideas how to apply Chinese medicine. But on the other hand, Taiwan is also very modern, Western medicine too. So it's a very integrative kind or integrative medicine what we apply in our university hospital here too. Because the university hospital, we have both, of course. It's not only Chinese medicine, but also Western medicine. So our Chinese medicine patients can also go to the Western medicine doctor, and the Western medicine doctors, if they would like the patients to take Chinese medicine, they just send them to the Chinese medicine doctor. And the same is for our inpatient who are in the hospital or on intense care, so they can also receive Chinese medicine. So it's a very special application here. So mostly what I do, I am here in internal medicine. Additionally, I also do acupuncture, but I work in the Department of Chinese Internal Medicine. So, and especially about internal thoracic medicine. So I see many patients, for example, now with the COVID or post-COVID. So we have many patients, and also with a more severe disease like lung cancer. So I have many patients with lung cancer, which we treat together with the Western medicine. Yes, I wouldn't consider myself as a Tai Chi master, but I'm a Tai Chi teacher here at the school, and also at the hospital too, because I do martial arts since I'm a child. And so I also try to integrate Tai Chi actually in my practice and also in my research. So, for example, at the moment we have a big research going on, like doing Tai Chi with lung cancer patients. So the patients had a surgery, and then they were sent from the Western medicine doctor to the Chinese medicine department, and we practice Tai Chi with them. Okay, so we try to integrate this in our treatment. Okay, so what I'm going to teach is the classical text and the approach of this classical text in our clinic. So the content will include the Shanghan, so it's the cold damage, and the warm disease, Wenbing, which are very important classical texts, like in Taiwan as well as in China. Everyone who's going to become a Chinese medicine doctor has to learn or have to know how to apply these texts actually, and it's part also of the government exams here. So this is a little bit different to what we learn, like the modern kind of Chinese medicine, which is maybe a little bit more like a more simplified and standardized kind of Chinese medicine with the new created maybe patterns that we have. So what we're going to do is not this kind, it's more like a more traditional way, like using this old clinical text with their own definitions of diseases as well as their own patterns. And then we're going to try how to modify them actually in our now modern application, and also how to combine, for example, the cold damage together with the warm diseases in our clinical application. So that's what will be the goal of this course. Of course, I could try to integrate this into my clinic, yeah, but like I say, I have a very flexible approach. That's also what I learned from my teacher. So it's not about only using the Shanghan, the cold damage, only using the Wenbing, but there's a way, if we can maybe understand the logic behind these patterns, we also know how to modify them, yeah, and then apply them in our practice for different kind of diseases, and yeah, that's what I try to do. Well, it's a difficult, the thing is that the new modern kind of patterns, they were created maybe with the goal to standardize and simplify Chinese medicine. Yeah? So I would say that are sometimes not necessarily based on a real clinical approach, but also on a theoretical background where they should fit in. Because when we go into clinical practice, sometimes we will find that the pattern, how they are written in our textbooks, you won't find them like this on a patient. It's nearly impossible. And you use these formulas which should help, but maybe they don't help like they should. So I would say that, for example, the cold damage, this is a book which is really more based on clinical observations. So this is very clear, like for example, how the pulse should be, if the person is sweating or not, if he has aversion to heat or no aversion to heat, coughing, and these things, and then applying certain formulas directly because of these patterns. So these are directly created because of these syndromes or patterns that we see. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the interesting things about the Shanghan Lab, isn't it? There's almost no theory. It's all clinical applications.
Clinical applications, yes, I will agree on this. You can, of course, do a theory about it, yeah, and create it, but it's very pretty much a guided clinical application, which is based on clinical experience. I would say it like this. Yeah. And the thing is that, of course, you mentioned the nating. Okay, the nating has also is very theoretical parts inside, yeah, but the clinical parts too, yeah. And the Shanghan definitely is very clinical oriented. So it's not about like philosophical theories, but it's only like the use and application of these formulas because of certain symptoms and patterns. Yeah, that's what it's about. In Taiwan, we have different kind of systems or educational system of Chinese medicine too. So the students can go through different programs. So like Taiwan has a double degree program, like in Chinese and Western medicine, where the practitioner is qualified in both Chinese and Western medicine, but then has to decide whether he or she wants to work as a Chinese or Western medicine doctor. So you cannot do both at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty separate. And of course, there are also the degrees which are more focused on Chinese medicine. Yeah, when you graduate, you're a Chinese medicine doctor, but you also have basic knowledge of Western medicine too. Yeah, and so here Chinese medicine, because of course most of the hospitals worldwide, the leading medicine is Western medicine. Okay, there's no question about it. But like in Taiwan, most of the hospitals also have Chinese medicine departments integrated here, because the population or the people in Taiwan, they are used to use Chinese medicine. And not only the old people, but also the young people. Yeah? So they know when they should go to a Western medicine doctor, but also know when they should go to a Chinese medicine doctor. Yeah? So most of the hospitals you will find both. And the specialty is just like this integrative way. So we can, while we treat the patient, we can also see if we have good results, but sending the patient to the Western medicine, taking a blood sample, doing an X-ray, an MRI, and see if we have an improvement there. So it's becoming also maybe a little bit more objective in this way. And in Taiwan, we have like many Chinese medicine clinics too. And the good thing about Taiwan is that Taiwan is, the Chinese medicine is covered by the National Health Insurance too. Yeah. So acupuncture especially is fully covered by the National Health Insurance, as well as herbal medicine when it's powder. Raw herbs are not covered. This you have to pay out of your own pocket. But if it comes to powder, so it's covered by the health insurance. So the good thing about it is because it's therefore convenient, it's not too expensive, so the whole population can actually afford it. Yeah. So that's why you don't have to be rich to see a Chinese medicine doctor. Okay, so it's Chinese medicines for everyone here in Taiwan. I think it's a very good thing. So for me, it's like at the university hospital. Maybe I see within 3 hours. At the moment I see about 20 to 30 patients. So this also includes like the history taking, prescribing, and doing acupuncture on it. Yeah? So this is within maybe a 3-hour shift, about 20 to 30. So it's a little bit different than seeing maybe one patient in half an hour or one patient in 1 hour. Yeah? Of Chinese medicine in Taiwan is therefore pretty different than in Europe. In Europe, maybe you're going to go to a Chinese medicine doctor, you would like to talk maybe for half an hour or 1 hour and then do the acupuncture and do this kind of approach. But here it's more like taking the pulse, we look at the tongue, ask some questions, and basically that's it. Because of this, we see many patients, okay? So maybe a good thing about this kind of approach is so you can accumulate maybe a lot of experience, okay? Because on one hand, you see all kind of patients here, yeah, from very severe disease to not so severe disease, and there are many patients coming, you know, so this is also a good way actually to find a good way to use the Chinese medicine and maybe hopefully be an experienced doctor. Okay, Taiwan is a very beautiful country. It's a great and beautiful country with very nice scenery. Yeah, so there are mountains here which go up to 4,000. And because Taiwan is an island, so you also, if you would like to go to the beach, it's very quick. So because it's a small island, so that's whatever you would like to do, you have it here. And you also have this busy city life, what you're used to in Asia. You can find it in Taiwan too. And the Taiwanese people are very friendly, very, very friendly. So we have very good food and a great variety of food here. And so if you dislike something, you will definitely also find something what you like. And when you talk to Taiwanese people and they see foreigners, they are so open and friendly to foreigners. So it's actually a great atmosphere to live in, a great country to live. Yeah. Taiwan is a great country to visit. If you have the opportunity, just come here and take a look.